Today we're going to practice looking for 3 rhetorical devices that show up in a lot of speeches and passages that you might come across on the AP test. The first device is anaphora. An anaphora is the repetition of words at the beginning of successive clauses. Clauses can mean sentences, it can mean phrases. So if a certain phrase inside of one sentence starts with the same couple of words, it's an anaphora. The second device we're going to look for in our passage is anecdote. An anecdote is a short account of an interesting event, or you can think of it as a story. The third device is parallelism. Parallelism is the repetition of similar grammatical or syntactical patterns. So if you're saying a sentence like, I like running, swimming, and jumping, each of those verbs is structured the same way. It's an ing verb. If you say a sentence like, I like to run, swimming, and jumping, the 3 items in the list are not structured the same way. So it would not be parallel. Our passage today is from a book called Neither Here Nor There, Travels in Europe. I'm going to read the passage first, and then I'm going to go back and show you where I saw these devices. I had brought with me a yellow backpack so enormous that when I had went through customs, I half expected to be asked anything to declare, cigarettes, alcohol, dead horse, and spent the day teetering beneath it through the ancient streets of Luxembourg City in a kind of vivid haze, an unfamiliar mixture of excitement and exhaustion and intense optical stimulation. Everything seemed so vivid and acutely focused and new. I felt like someone stepping out of doors for the first time. It was all so different. The language, the money, the cars, the license plates on the cars, the bread, the food, the newspapers, the parks, the people. I had never seen a zebra crossing before, never seen a tram, never seen an unsliced loaf of bread, never even considered it an option, never seen anyone wearing a beret who expected to be taken seriously, never seen people go to a different shop for each item of dinner or provide their own shopping bags, never seen feathered pheasants and unskinned rabbits hanging in a butcher's window or a pig's head smiling on a platter, never seen a packet of guitons or the Michelin Man. And the people, why, they were Luxembourgers. I didn't know why this amazed me so, but it did. I kept thinking, that man over there, he's a Luxembourger. And so is that girl. They don't know anything about the New York Yankees. They don't know the theme tune to the Mickey Mouse Club. They are from another world. It was just wonderful. The first thing that stuck out to me was a couple of anaphoras. And you remember, an anaphora is if you repeat the same words at the beginning of successive clauses. So if you look in the middle of the passage, there's this long sentence where the author is talking about things he had never seen before when he's traveling. You see, he says, never seen a zebra crossing, never seen a tram, never seen unsliced bread, never seen anyone, never seen, never seen, never seen. So he repeats the phrase never seen. I'm going to label it over here, anaphora, never seen. He repeats it several times. So if I were analyzing this passage on an AP test, I would note that there's an anaphora being used, and then I would think, what's the point? Why did he repeat that so much? And anytime a phrase like that's repeated, it's going to draw your attention. So I might think it's drawing my attention to all the things that are new to him. Drawing attention to all the things that are new to this man that points out the difference between where he's from and where he is. I see another example of anaphora in the second to last sentence here. He says, they don't know anything, they don't know. So again, we have anaphora with the repetition of they don't know, which again, I'm thinking, why? And to me, this anaphora emphasizes not just the difference in what he's seeing, but the difference in the cultures. He's pointing out things that are important to Americans, I'm guessing New York Yankees, Mickey Mouse Club, and saying that those things don't matter to the people where he's at, showing the difference between the two kinds of people. Okay, so we've got two good examples of anaphora there. Repetition of words at the beginning of successive clauses, sentences, or phrases. The second thing I noticed was a couple examples of parallelism where things are structured the same. And the main example of that was in the sentence right here. It was all so different. The language, the money, the cars, the license plates, and so on. We have the, and then a word. The, noun. The, noun. The, noun. The, noun. All the way through. So to the side, the way I'm going to note that is I'm going to say parallelism. And then I'm going to kind of label that for myself. It's parallelism because it's the word the plus a noun. The plus a noun. So every time it's structured in the same grammatical or syntactical way. Again, you might think, why do they do that? To me, he's doing that to emphasize again all the things that are different and to show just how many things are different. So there's a good example of parallelism. Another place you might find parallelism is the sentence right before that, or two sentences before that. Everything seemed so vivid and focused and new. So in this example, we have an adjective plus the word and all that makes it parallelism. Okay, the last device is anecdote. And remember, anecdote is a story. Really, this whole thing is an anecdote. It's telling the story of his travels.